Hello, today I'll be talking about Bellsprout. Its past PYC dates are May 5th, 1996, February 24th, 1999, December 15th, 2001, October 5th, 2004, July 27th, 2007, May 17th, 2010, March 17th, 2013, December 27th, 2015, October 17th, 2018, and August 7th, 2021. I think it's kinda cute in a weird way. Let's get into the Bulbapedia article.
Hello, and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Bellsprout, the flower Pokemon, whose number is 0069. This is what it looks like. Its type is Grass Poison. Its abilities are Chlorophyll and Gluttony is a hidden ability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 255 or 43.9%. Breeding egg group Grass, hatch time 20 cycles. Height 2'4" or 0.7 meters. Weight 8.8 pounds or 4 kilograms. Base experience yield 84 in the first 4 gens and 60 in 5+. Leveling rate is medium slow. EV yield is 1 and attack. Shape is that. Footprint is that. Pokedex color is green and base friendship is 70. Bellsprout is a dual type grass poison Pokemon introduced in Gen 1. It evolves into Weepinbell starting at level 21, which evolves into Victorybell when exposed to a Leaf Stone. Biology, Bellsprout is a plant-based Pokemon with a stem-like brown body. There is a single green leaf on each side of its body. It has a yellow bell-shaped head with what appear to be pink lips at the end and beady black eyes. It is capable of spitting corrosive acid from its mouth. Its stem is long, thin, and very flexible, making it capable of swerving rapidly to avoid many attacks or moving with blinding speed to capture prey. Its roots resemble feet, and it uses them as such. It will plant its roots in the ground to replenish water, but it's unable to flee while it is rooted. Bellsprout prefers hot and humid places, thus it lives in temperate forests and jungles. As mentioned in Pokemon Sleep, Bellsprout is known to sleep while planting its roots deep in the ground. Because Bellsprout feels so safe while sleeping, it tends to forget that it may need to run from danger. Evolution, Bellsprout evolves into Weepinbell, which evolves into Victorybell, so Bellsprout, Weepinbell, Victorybell. Game data, NPC appearances, Pokemon Pinball. A Bellsprout appears on the red table when the pinball can be shot into the Bellsprout. A Catch-em mode is activated, allowing for the capture of a Pokemon. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. A Bellsprout hangs around Pokemon Square, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness. Bellsprout is the leader of the Team Flame, although he cannot touch the flames himself due to being a grass type. Pokedex entries, Gen 1, in red and blue. A carnivorous Pokemon that traps, it eats bugs. It uses its root feet to soak up needed moisture. Yellow, prefers hot and humid places. It ensnares tiny insects with its vines and devours them. Stadium, a kind of bug-eating plant that hunts small insects. It uses its roots as feet for walking. In Gen 2, in gold, even though its body is extremely skinny, it is blindingly fast when catching prey. Silver, it plants its feet deep underground to replenish water. It can't escape its enemy while it's rooted. In Crystal, if it notices anything that moves, it immediately flings its vine at the object. Stadium 2 is just golds again. In Gen 3, in Ruby and Sapphire, Bellsprout's thin and flexible body lets it bend and sway to avoid any attack, however strong it may be. From its mouth, this Pokemon spits a corrosive fluid that melts even iron. In Emerald, a Bellsprout's thin and flexible body lets it bend and sway to avoid any attack, however strong it may be. From its mouth, it leaks a fluid that melts even iron. Fire Red, its bud looks like a human face. Because of the bud, it is rumored to be a type of legendary mandrake plant. Leaf Green, a carnivorous plant that traps and eats bugs. It appears to use its root feet to replenish moisture. In Gen 4, in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, it prefers hot and humid environments. It is quick at capturing prey with its vines. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are the gold and silver counterparts. The Gen 5 Pokedexes are Diamond, Pearl, and Platinums. X is the gold entries. Y is Fire Red's entry. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are basically Ruby and Sapphires. The only difference is that the casing of the word Pokemon is different. In Gen 7, the Let's Go games are very similar to Yellow's, but slightly different, so I'll read it. Prefers hot and humid places. It ensnares tiny bugs with its vines and devours them. In Gen 8, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are their Diamond and Pearl counterpart. In Gen 9, Scarlet's entry, no matter what Bellsprout is doing, if it detects movement nearby, it will immediately react by reaching out with its thin vines. In Violet, it plants its feet deep underground to rehydrate itself. While doing so, it's unable to run away if it's attacked. Here's Bellsprout in the Kitakami Pokedex. Running around, it's very fun. Game locations, side game locations, events, held items. Pokemon caught in Gen 1 must be traded to a Gen 2 game in order for a held item to appear. In red, blue, and yellow, you get a berry 100% of the time. Stats, base stats. HP 50, attack 75, defense 35, special attack 70, special defense 30, speed 40, for a total of 300. This Pokemon's special base stat in Gen 1 was 70. Pokéthon stats, type effectiveness, it's damaged normally by normal, poison, ground, rock, bug, ghost, steel, dragon, and dark, weak to flying, fire, psychic, and ice for double, immune to nothing, resistant to fighting, water, grass, electric, and fairy, all for a half except for grass, which is a fourth. Notes, in Gen 1, the effectiveness of bug-type moves is 4, so it went from 4 to 1. Learn set by leveling up. You get 1 Vine Whip, 7 Growth, 11 Wrap, 13 Sleep Powder, 15 Poison Powder, 17 Stun Spore, 23 Acid, 27 Knockoff, 29 Sweet Scent, 35 Gastro Acid, 39 Razor Leaf, 41 Poison Jab, 47 Slam, and 52 Power Whip. By TM, 7 Protect, 13 Acid Spray, 18 Thief, 20 Trailblaze, 21 Pounce, 25 Facade, 33 Magical Leaf, 45 Venoshock, 47 Endure, 49 Sunny Day, 56 Bullet Seed, 70 Sleep Talk, 71 Seed Bomb, 74 Reflect, 81 Grass Knot, 83 Poison Jab, 85 Rest, 88 Swords Dance, 95 Leech Life, 103 Substitute, 111 Giga Drain, 119 Energy Ball, 122 Encore, 137 Grassy Terrain, 148 Sludge Bomb, 158 Leaf Storm, 168 Solar Beam, 171 Terra Blast, 175 Toxic, 181 Knockoff, 185 Lunge, 193 Weather Ball, 194 Grassy Glide, and 214 Sludge Wave. By breeding, this group gives you Clear Smog, this group gives you Ingrain, the Mirror Herb gives you Strength Sap, Sucker Punch from this group gives you Synthesis, Lotad gives you Tickle, and this group gives you Worry Seed. Anime only moves, Absorb from promoting healthy Tang growth. Side game data, you got all this. Pokemon Ranger in the browser entry. Bellsprout delivers cuts with its sharp leaves. It's just a sprout, but be careful. All this. Okay, evolution data, you get Bellsprout, then level 21, Weeping Bell, Leaf Stone, Victory Bell. You just got the sprites? Yeah, that's right, because it starts off green. I forgot about that. It's not even yellow yet. But yeah, this is weird. These first couple are kind of weird, because its mouth is so small, it kind of makes the point. But yeah, it starts off green and black. Yeah, and that one. That's the closest so far of these three. So this one, obviously designed for this one. I guess it could probably work for this one. Although the neck is a little bit thicker, it definitely doesn't work for this one. And those kind of start off kind of slangly, and then that becomes 2, but then it becomes like 3 feet, toe things. I don't know, feet, toe things, although it's 2 on this side. So then it's, I think, 3 universally. That's just in gold anyway. So then that's green with a red mouth. It's sort of a gold, or a greenish gold, I don't know. With a pink mouth. Dark pink, maybe slightly purple. Then yeah, we got all these, and it becomes a little bit wider, I think the head does. The eyes, they're less horrifying. Yes, the leaf, it's more, I don't know, cartoon leaf-like, I guess. These are more realistic, I'd say. And we get the full colors in Gen 3, so the yellow and the red mouth at this point. Sort of a pink, and I guess it's a gold. It's a gold leaf. I guess maybe that's just yellow. Maybe it's just a different shade of yellow, and then the gold leaf. Here's their brown body. If you can see. Yep. 3. Yep. Okay. Then Gen 4, you get a little slightly different green here. It's more of a gold and sort of the yellow. That pretty much stays the same. This one gets a little lighter in the head there. Different shade of red for the mouth. Yep, and I think the pink is also a slightly different shade. Get a little bit darker again for the head in Gen 5. Which is one of the first times that something has actually made a huge difference between Gen 4 and 5, I think, in this series. They're usually pretty much just the same, but maybe slightly different. But yeah, so... This, then the first models here. Then we got the pink lips now. So it's a different shade of pink. It's yellow, probably lighter colors. I guess it's more yellow than gold now, the leaves. Sign of Moon, yeah. Let's go Pikachu and let's go Eevee here. So we got Pretty good. Oh, it's a lighter brown now. Yeah, when I guess the models, it's like a tan now. Probably more natural root color, you know. Oh, but now, interesting, for home, to differentiate the shiny, what they did was made the body brown and made the body sort of that tanner color, or, yeah. But of course these are also different. Oh, everything else is also different, but you know, that's like the big thing that's not featured anywhere else. Hey, it's featured a little bit here. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't know. But yeah, no. Okay, then in the anime, Bellsprout in the anime. Bellsprout egg in the anime, that's cool. This. Okay, Pokedex entries. Episode 60, what I assume is Journeys, in Ghost Rotom Phone. Bellsprout, the flower Pokemon, a grass and poison type. Bellsprout loves high temperatures and humidity. It can be lightning fast when it extends its vines in order to grab something. Episode 120 in Professor Cerise's book. Still don't know how that counts as a Pokedex. Bellsprout, it's the flower Pokemon, a grass and poison type. They like hot areas with high humidity, and when they extend their vines to grab their food, they're incredibly quick. Pokemon evolutions. Aww, Bellsprout and Pokemon evolutions. Snuggling out with this guy. That's cute. Poketoon, yeah. In the manga, yeah, Bellsprout and Electric Tail of Pikachu. Kind of looking more like its original. It's probably from that era. The sort of thinner, you know. Then Bellsprout in Pokemon Adventures, you know, looking more like the modern one. Yep. TCG Trivia. I've done the first 2 points in previous videos, so I'm not going to do them again. Despite learning Leech Life through breeding, Bellsprout and its evolved forms cannot learn it through TM in Pokemon Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Bellsprout is tied with Sunkern and Seedot for the lowest base special defense stat of all grass-type Pokemon. Origin: Bellsprout may be based on carnivorous pitcher plants, particularly those of the Nepenthes genus. Its Pokemon Red and Green Pokedex entry suggests it's based on legendary Mandrake plant, either plants or the legendary Mandrake plant. Name origin: Bellsprout may be a combination of Bell and Sprout. Shocking, I know. Madatsubomi may be derived from Madatsubomi, still in bud. Kind of makes sense, I guess. In other languages, references, external links, yeah, let's move on.
Now let's see Bellsprout's version in the anime.
Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. So, much like the Mankey video, where we kind of started seeing this scene, when we did the Polywog, video, so we're just gonna watch it now. This is episode 25, Primeape Goes Bananas. So yeah, here are the Bellsprout. I think a Dodrio is gonna rock away. Yep. Okay, yep. And that's the entire scene. I hope you enjoyed. Let's move on.
Now let's talk about the TCG. I have one Bellsprout card.
It's the second version of the Bellsprout card. It was illustrated by Gamaru Hamino. I love how derpy it looks. I also find it interesting that its eyes are white instead of black, and its mouth is a darker pink than it should be. I also love the seeds in the background. I like to think that they're from a Jumpluff or Eldegoss. I also want to add that if this is anyone's first time seeing Bellsprout, they must have been shocked when they found it has legs. Anyway, it has 40 HP. It's 2'4" and 9 pounds, which is 0.2 pounds heavier than its weight in the official Pokedex. It has a 2 symbol next to the weight, indicating it's from the second base set. It has 2 moves, Vine Whip and Call for Family. In the video games, Vine Whip is a damage-dealing grass-type move where the Pokemon grows vines and hits its opponent. On this card, it takes 1 grass energy and hits for 10 damage. Call for Family is not in the video games, but it seems to act similarly to the SOS battle mechanic in Pokemon Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon, although not entirely the same, as you can't do a 2-on-1 in the card game, as you can only have 1 active Pokemon at a time. Anyway, on this card, Call for Family costs 1 grass energy. The player searches their deck and puts a Bellsprout on their bench. They then shuffle their deck. Bellsprout is weak to fire for double damage and not resistant to anything. It's interesting that it's not resistant to fighting, water, grass, or lightning, as Bellsprout is resistant to all of those in the video games. Its retreat cost is 1 of any energy. Its description reads, a carnivorous Pokemon that traps and eats bugs. It uses its root feet to soak up needed moisture. This is the Pokedex entry in Pokemon Red and Blue. It's also almost identical to the Pokedex entry in Pokemon Leaf Green. It's level 11. In the video games, it would be 10 levels away from evolving into Weepinbell.
Speaking of Weepinbell, I have a card for it, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. Now let's see why people love Bellsprout. Now let's look at fan art.
Hello, welcome to the fan art section of the video. No, we send fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt. For those of you who don't know how this works, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Bellsprout. So this is Frenzy Plant by Kimard T. So it's a lot of grass types. It might be every grass type as of 2016. But let me, so the Bellsprout is here. So we've got Shiftry, Celebi, Abomasnow, Leavanny, Trevant, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Bulbasaur, Nuzleaf, Tangela, Tangrowth, Weepinbell, Victorybell, Deerling and Sawsbuck, Shroomish, Lotad, Turtwig, Grovyle, Torterra, Roserade, Leafeon, Cherubi, Cherum, Seedot, Snivy, Blossom, Rotom in the motor form, or in the lawnmower form, Paris, oh, I got a few mushrooms here, okay, Fungus and Amoongus, Parasect, Roselia, Sunkern, Sunflora, Breloom, Vileplume, Shaman, we got the flying form up here, and the ground form, land form, I think. We've got Chikorita, Meganium, the Gloom, Cacturn, Phantump, Tropius, Ludicolo, Lombre, Execute and Executor, Maractus, Chestnut, Bayleaf, Ferrothorn, Pumpkaboo, Grovyle and Sceptile, Chespin, Hoppip, Cradilly, Lileep, Trico, Carnivine, Serperior, Snover, and Servine, Lilligant, Ferroseed, Cacnea, Quilladin, Gorghost, Verizon, Simisage and Pansage, Cottony, Whimsicott, Skiddo, Gogoat, Swadloon, and Badoo, Sawaddle, Petalil, and Oddish, Wormadam, and the sort of grass cloak, I guess. But I think that's it. I think I've gotten them all. If I haven't, I'm sorry, I didn't name them all, but I tried my best. It's a great image, by the way. Also, I think it very much looks like, without the watermarks and stuff, I think this would make a great puzzle. Yeah. Just a fun, like, Pokemon, puzzle. This is Plant Pokemon by Dragon Lord Rhine. So we've got the three here. Bellsprout, Weepinbell, and Victorybell. Cacnea and Cacturn, Maractus, Trevenant, Phantump, Smoliv, Alolan Executor, Non-Alolan Executor, Execute, Tangela, and Tangrowth, Gorghost, Phantump, Oddish, Gloom and Vileplume, Badoo, Roserade and Roselia, Sunkern and Sunflora, a Ferrothorn and Ferroseed, Amoongus, Fungus, Toadscool and Toadscruel, Hisuian, Lilligant, and Petalil, Cherubi, and both forms of Cherum here, Hoppip, Skiploom, and Jumpluff here. Is that supposed to be Applin, I guess? Eldegoss, Xurkitree, which is not a plant. I don't know why it's here. Brute Bonnet, Morlul, Shiinotic, Knackle, which is not a plant. It is clearly a rock, and with some salt and stuff. Garanicle and Calstack, Delmise, Gossifleur, Skullvillain, Blossom, oh no, there it is, Capsicid, Comfey, Bramblin and Bramblegast, Dolive, and Arboliva, and Carnivine. Shroomish, so yeah, it's just kind of creepy, kind of cool art. This is not a Bellsprout, so we'll move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight as I need to wait until I've talked about Snorlax before I can catch a Bellsprout. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Weepinbell. As always, this isn't my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.